Hi everyone, so today I'm going to be sharing 4 of my top thrifting tips. I go thrifting all the time, and some of my favorite items came from thrift stores. So I used to not always be this way though. I used to go and leave empty-handed and be really upset. So I'm going to tell you ways to find more at the thrift store and to get better things. I went to 3 thrift stores today and yesterday, so I have a little bit of a haul to do too. So I'm going to show you the haul at the end and tell you how each of these tips apply. So my first tip is to be open-minded. You don't need to go in saying I want this specific item, because you're for sure not going to find it if you do that. You need to go in with the mindset of, if I find something that's great, if I do it, it's okay, because you can always go back and it's really no big deal. If something that you like, get it, because if you go back, it's probably not going to be there. And if you go to a thrift store like Goodwill or Salvation Army, which is the types I went to today, it's probably only going to be between $2 and $10, so it's not that expensive anyways. So my second tip is to, when you see a piece, see the potential in it. Don't necessarily judge it by how it looks right now. Everything can be altered, and if you know how to sew, or if you know someone who knows how to sew, this will probably triple the amount of things you can get from a thrift store and actually use. Most of the things I buy, probably 2/3 of the things I buy from thrift stores, I buy to alter. I did not buy them to wear as is. So if you see something and maybe you like the fabric, or you like something about it, but it doesn't fit, or there's something wrong with it, or there's a stain somewhere on it, think of ways you could change it and alter it, and you might actually be able to get it. My third tip is to shop in the men's section, and this goes along with the seeing potential in an item. Things in the men's section are probably going to be really big or stretched out or something, but you can always size them down to fit you. I've done this with a lot of men's shirts. I like short sleeve button-up shirts. Well, they don't make a lot of those for women. So I'll go to the men's section and find a shirt where I like the pattern, and I will size it down. And there's a video that I use, and I'll link it in the description, of how I size down my shirts, and it's really easy. So even if there's something from the men's section and you like the fabric but you don't like the button-up shirt, you could still use the fabric and make it into something else. There's so many patterns on how to make easy shorts or crop tops, or just really anything out of the fabric. So always look in all sections of the store and don't overlook anything. Dig through each thing. It might take a while, but that's where I find the best things, is when I dig through each rack. And my last tip is to be consistent. Don't go to a thrift store one time and not find anything and be discouraged and never go back. You need to go back, I would say twice a month, and go to every thrift store in your area. So I went to 3, and there's even more that I didn't go to. So go to different stores. Go consistently. If you don't find something one day, you might find 5 things the next time you go. So don't get discouraged if you have a bad day. A lot of the items in this haul are from a store that I didn't find anything in the last 3 times I went, and then yesterday I found a bunch of things. So you never know what you're going to find. I'd also recommend, when you're in different areas, go to thrift stores there. That might be kind of weird, like if you're on vacation, to go to a thrift store, but honestly I do that. When I was in New York, I went to this really great one called the Buffalo Exchange, and it's a little bit higher end, but I found these really great pants there. So always search out thrift stores wherever you're at, because different areas are going to have different things, and something you never thought you would find, you might find it somewhere else. That's all the tips I have for you, so now I'm going to show you what I got and kind of my reasoning behind getting each item. So the first thing I got came from the Salvation Army, and it is this, I don't really know what this is, but I like the fabric. And you might not like this fabric. This fabric is kind of weird, but I really like quirky, weird things. Hence the shirt. I just like weird things. So this fabric really stood out to me. It is this kind of wrap robe thing, but I thought I could get this fabric and make it into maybe a crop top or a little skirt or something. And this was like $2. So another thing with turning things into other things and sewing it is that if it doesn't turn out, it was only like $2 or $3, so it's not like you have a lot of money into it anyway. So I find it's often cheaper to get something from the thrift store and sew it, rather than going to buy fabric brand new. The second thing in my haul is something that I got today at a Goodwill. Not directly in my area, but a little bit farther away. And this is not going to be everyone's cup of tea either, but I like shirts like this. I like the weird kind of tacky grandma style. I don't know why, I just think it's kind of cool, quirky. It's this shirt. It is too big for me, but I'm going to take it up. I just really like short sleeve button-up shirts, and they're really hard to find in stores. I really only ever see them in J. Crew, and those are really expensive, and they're usually just in solid colors. So whenever I see something that's a weird print like this, I'm going to get it. The next thing I got is, honestly, this doesn't need anything done to it. This is just a denim button-up shirt. And this is also from Goodwill. It looks a little bit too small for me as far as the length, but I think what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to wear it over a crop top or a tank top or something, maybe with some jeans that I'm going to show you in a minute. Yeah, so whenever you're looking for items, think like what other things you have you could put with it. A lot of the things I have gotten, I would have not gotten had I not thought of something else I already had at home. So just kind of keep in mind what you already have, because you might think of something you could put with something else you have and make a new outfit out of it. So this is the last thing from Goodwill, and this is another tacky grandma shirt, but I am into that, so this is also too big, and I'm gonna have to take it in. But it's this kind of beachy, weird print. I think this would be really cute with some high-waisted denim shorts and a belt. I just love the colors. I love the crazy look of it, so I got that. The next thing I got is kind of weird, but I think it'll make a really cute two-piece set when it's done. So it was this kind of top thing, and it buttons up the middle. And I think this is supposed to be a skirt, but it actually came undone, so it's just this big piece of fabric. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to take the top end to fit me and to be a crop top, and out of this fabric, which is a lot of fabric, I'm going to make some high-waisted little cotton shorts to go with it. So it'll be a really cute two-piece set. Also, in like when it's colder, I could wear the top with some high-waisted jeans and a denim jacket. I think that'd be really cute too. So that came from a local thrift store, which is basically just like Goodwill. This next thing came from the Salvation Army, and it's another tacky shirt. But I love Hawaiian shirts. I don't know why, I just do. This shirt is a little short, but it's too wide for me. So what I'm gonna do is take it in on the sides and have it as a little crop top. Yeah, I think other than that, there really doesn't need to be anything else done to it. It's pretty much fine. It is a women's small, so the shoulders should be okay. It's just the sides are a little bit wide, but that'll be a really quick fix. So here are those jeans I was talking about, and the funny thing about these jeans is that I almost completely overlooked them in the store, but I was like, you know what, I probably need to look through this little jeans rack one more time. And it was a good thing that I did, because I found 2 pairs of these amazing Tommy Hilfiger jeans. So, they're pretty old. I don't know how old they are, but they're that high-waisted mom jean kind of fit. I love them so much. I found 2 pairs are exactly identical hanging next to each other, and I didn't know if they'd fit, and I didn't want to try them on in the store because I was trying to film a little bit and it was like really crowded, and I was like, I'll just buy them, and if they don't work, I can take it back, because they looked about right. You know, you can kind of tell by looking. So I got them home and tried them on, and they fit perfectly. So I'm really happy with these. And with the jeans, you really just have to search through every single pair, and a lot of the jeans don't have sizes in them. Like these don't have a size, so you kind of have to be able to eyeball it. Maybe look at a pair of your jeans that fit you before you leave, and kind of get an idea of the length and the waist and stuff that would fit you, because had I not just taken a chance on these, I would have missed out, because I absolutely love these. So this last thing I got was actually my most expensive thrift store purchase I probably ever made, and that was $10. So still not very bad, but I really love this. It's kind of weird, but I love the 80s. I love 80s fashion, I love 80s music, basically anything 80s I love. And this is an 80s dress. It's actually pretty. Like, I actually do plan to wear this to something, because I actually love it. But yeah, this was kind of sticking out on the end of an aisle. I guess people had just been looking at it saying, like, look at how crazy that looks. But I was like, you know what, I need that. So this dress is gorgeous. I think it's gorgeous. You might not like it, but that's fine. I think it would fit me. It might be a little big, but we could work on it. The back is out, so I honestly don't think this is too out of style. It reminds me of, well, I'm not saying it looks like Dolce & Gabbana, but their stuff's very embellished, so I feel like this is like a low-budget Dolce & Gabbana. But it's actually pretty. I actually like this. I love blue, so this is a great color. It did have shoulder pads in it, but I took them out. Another thing is that if you find something with shoulder pads in it, just take them out, and, you know. But I love this dress. It's actually kind of, you know, out there, but I like that kind of stuff. And even, you know, if I didn't want to wear this, it'd be a really cool just vintage item to collect, since I do love the 80s. So this is another one of those things you have to be open-minded because you never know what you're going to find. So that concludes my tips and my haul, so thanks for watching and subscribe. I will be making more fashion-related videos. I'm actually planning on filming a lookbook with just thrifted items, so that should be coming soon. So thanks for watching, bye.